Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European Crossover Webinar. And we are seeing the indices going and pull back. And I'll tell you what, I am a bit surprised, especially the way we closed yesterday. It certainly looked like they wanted to go on and push higher. And instead of pushing higher, we've actually just gone and slid back. And look at the, in particular, look at the Nasdaq. How we not only dipped back, but we've been actually as low as almost 13,620. So it's actually a decent little move back that we pulled, considering how we were trading yesterday. We'll go and take a look here with the S&Ps. Same thing here. Look at the S&Ps, and even coming all the way back to the 50% pullback here. And as I mentioned, it was just yesterday we were trading right there close to about 4,200, and we've actually pulled off quite a bit. Especially as I said, it looked like we were going to make a move higher. Taking a little bit, quick look at crude oil. Obviously, crude also taking a slide down following indices, and then gold, which actually reached our second projection, because we had originally, remember, 1877, and then at the beginning of the week we were looking at a move to 1911. We made it to 1911 and just a little bit higher yesterday, and since then got paired back a bit. And let's just go and take a look where we stand here with Bitcoin. Actually, Bitcoin holding up relatively well. We've been bumping up against this 40,000 area. We haven't been able to sustain a move above it, but we've been held up above it. And once again, like I said, I'm really surprised with the move lower that we've had here with these indices. Yeah, I'm just going to go and take a look at what we have ahead of us for the day. Of course, we have the usual jobless claims, but we also have durable goods and GDP, and that's going to be a big one, GDP. And, see, once again, about the indices, I would have thought they would have kind of held their mark until we got to, the GDP. But, interesting to see the way they pair back, considering how, as I mentioned, how we had held yesterday. So we, once again, like I said, we do have GDP and durable goods at 8:30 Eastern. And at 10 a.m. Eastern, we'll have pending home sales. With that, let's just go on and get started with the analysis. So the euro posted a bearish engulfing bar on Wednesday, opening the door for a downside move. Support on Thursday will be 21.24 with resistance at 22.26. We have pulled back a little bit, but not that much. Not much of a fall through, although it's just been a fairly tight range for today. So and on the upside, 22.26. And moving on to cable. Cable was restrained to a tight session on Wednesday, although closing lower, and you can certainly see that right here. Support on Thursday will be 40.47 with resistance at 41.68. Still, as I said, was mentioned just like the euro. Look at this tight session we're in today. Still keeping the same support here at 40.47, but certainly looks like it's open to moving lower. A quick swing, but still keeping it pretty tight. We'll go on and move into the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie challenged the 78-cent area on Wednesday before closing lower. Support on Thursday will be 76.68 with resistance at 77.71. And same thing here. You would think, okay, well, we're really going to see some follow through, and not much at all. And on to the dollar yen. So the dollar yen posted a solid close above 109 after defending the 850 area on Tuesday. So got the solid little close on Wednesday after this defense. But here we are today, and boy, look at this range. I mean, almost nothing. Resistance for Thursday will be 935 with support at 868, and not going very far with this pair at all. And with the cash dollar index, the dollar index posted a close above 90 on Wednesday, opening an opportunity for some short covering. Resistance on Thursday will be 90.52 with support at 89.88. And you can see, same thing in tight range, not much of a fall through, especially if you saw, look at yesterday's close, you're thinking, okay, we're going to really see the market, maybe not tack on a big move, but certainly going to impress at least beyond this 90.25 just from the get-go. And look, we're just as quiet as can be. And on to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin continues to hover at the 40,000 level area, but unable to secure any upside momentum. Resistance for Thursday will be 40,678 with support at 35,278. Now a little bit of wide move, but look, we're just same thing. We're not really moving, making any moves or headway, really actually in either direction. But we've just been stuck in this 40,000 area here, so a little bit of a dip there, 35,278 might be a bit of a stretch, but I thought if they have a break, they would take it, and they're just not moving much at all. On the upside, 46.78. And on to the S&Ps. Here we are on the daily. Let's go on and that's just for just a bit of a perspective, but we'll move right back into this 2-hour chart. So the S&P continued to hover close to the 4,200 area. The index posted a doji on Wednesday. For Thursday, resistance will be 42.14, followed by 42.22, was supported 41.73, which was actually came right in here, almost to not that far away from it, because 41.77 was the 50%, and followed by 41.58. And on the upside, certainly doesn't look like it's headed in that direction. It would be the 42.14, but let's be realistic in light of what we're at right now. So it's going to be 42.04. And as I mentioned, I'm a bit surprised to see us really press on that up. I would have thought they would have hung around this area here and maybe try to push up a little bit higher, but actually going the opposite way. Moving into the Nasdaq. And you can see it's rotating here. Now, we've been hanging around this 13,715, and it says Nasdaq remains right at the key level of 13,715. Resistance above the market is going to be 13,767, followed by 13,812. Support will be 13,543. If we got a little bit of momentum going in, where are we starting right now? There is some support at 585, but we're also looking at 543. And that'll be on a little bit more of a bigger push. Certainly looks like we're heading in that direction. And on the upside, it would be 13,712, right where we're at, right? We've been sticking around there. We'll actually go with the yesterday's high, which would have been 13,728. And moving on to gold. So gold reached our target for the week of 1911 on Wednesday, while posting a near gravestone doji. If we look at it on a daily, we'll bring that up. As noted, gold reached our target for the week of 1911 while posted a near gravestone doji on Wednesday. A pause would be reasonable. Resistance on Thursday will be 1905 with support at 1888 followed by 1873. And lastly, with crude oil, so West Texas Intermediate posted a small hanging man on Wednesday. Let's see right here. Crude has seen a $6 run over the last few days, and a pullback as possible. Support will be 65.05, followed by 64.58, with resistance at 66.27. And this has been a solid run here. Look at this. I mean, we referenced this yesterday, the way this market had broken down so hard, then to only snap back and come back so hard with force, going running, rallying off these lows, nearly $6. Then we kind of hang around here, and as I mentioned, we got this little minor hanging man, but here we are pulling back. I'm surprised actually we're even holding up at this area. I would have already thought we would have tagged that 65.05 area here. And once again, a quick visit to the euro. We saw this bearish engulfing bar, and I'm a bit surprised that once again that we're holding here. I would have thought we would have seen a little bit more follow through. Not much action today, although we do have GDP that's going to be out along with durable goods at 8:30 Eastern. Of course, pending home sales at 9 a.m. And look at this. Nasdaq continues to go into press lower here. Take a quick look at cable again. Same thing here. I mean, it looks like this market is technically set up to pair back. Maybe not pull back with a big swoop, but at least a minor pullback, at least even test down here at 40.47. And look, we're just hanging on here. We're just hanging on, no real pullback. And that's even while indices, although not coming apart, we are seeing a decent little pullback here in indices. And once again, like I said, when we come back to Nasdaq, decent little move here. It's not huge in comparison to the move it made, but considering where we've been for the last couple of days, certainly pushing these lows and even trying to push a little bit of momentum. Here's the bias chart. We're going to get that posted, and we'll see you in the chat room. And thanks for joining us here on the European Crossover webinar.